You realize you're the minority, right? No, I don't realize that. And your comment made me think about it a little bit. So I went and I checked to see if I am the minority. So let's look into the numbers. I am a liberal. More Americans identify as socially liberal. More Americans are identifying as having liberal views on social issues than they did in past years, according to data released from a recent Gallup poll. This is from 8 months ago. While those who consider themselves liberal, 33%, remain close to those who identify as being conservative, 32%, or moderate, 32%, heading into what is expected to be a closely contested presidential election in November. Americans have become increasingly more liberal when it comes to social issues over the past 20 years, research shows. So I'm not in the minority as far as being a liberal. Let's take a look at some of those social issues, though, shall we? I'm pro-choice. Here are the public opinion polls for abortion. While public support for legal abortion has fluctuated somewhat in 2 decades of polling, it has remained relatively stable over the past several years. Currently, 63% say abortion should be legal in all or most cases, while 36% say it should be illegal in all or most cases. So I'm certainly not in the minority on that subject. How about our healthcare system? I'm in favor of a universal healthcare system. This graph right here will show you what public polling currently is in regard to the government taking over the responsibility of providing health coverage for the United States citizens. 62% say, yes, it's a government responsibility. 36% say no. I'm not in the minority on that issue. I'm in favor of universal background checks. That would be expanding background checks from not just the sales from federally licensed firearm dealers, but rather person-to-person sales. Let's see what those numbers look like. The number of people that say that we should require background checks for all firearm sales and transfers, 86%. Require more gun owners to take a test, get a license, and register their firearms like they do their automobiles, 73%. Ban the sale and private ownership of semi-automatic rifles referred to as assault weapons. I'm not actually in favor of that, but 63% say they are. I'm certainly not in the minority when it comes to that, and since I don't support eliminating the Second Amendment, I'm in the majority here too. 54% say that they are opposed to eliminating most gun laws in order to protect the Second Amendment rights of American citizens. Not in the minority when it comes to guns. How about free college? I'm in favor of free 2-year colleges, tuition at your local community colleges. Support for free 2-year and 4-year public college leapt up this year after receiving a low point in 2021. But bipartisan divides among Republicans and Democrats remain strong, according to a new survey by Education Next. Education Next 2022 survey of public opinion found that 66% support free 2-year public college. I'm certainly not in the minority on that subject. I'm in favor of severe reform when it comes to policing in the United States of America. Where do most Americans stand on that? Well, 50% of U.S. adults say that major changes need to be made to policing, while 39% say at least minor changes need to be made. Hell, if you break that down into black, Hispanic, and white, I'm still in the majority. So what exactly am I in the minority of? I know that at some point in time I'm going to be in a racial minority in this country because that's inevitable. We're going to become a more mixed nation, but when it comes to the political and social issues that affect our country, I'm sure as hell not in the minority when it comes to those.